Coming up on Mountain News at 6, Apple Red Legal Aid is helping out tornado victims with their FEMA appeals for free. And a groundbreaking ceremony happened this afternoon for a shopping center that is expanding in Hazard.
Temperatures today were in the upper 80s and low 90s. Now we're going to increase the rain chances. Find out how long those will last coming up.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A drug trafficking investigation leads authorities to a home where they not only found drugs, but also a torture chamber. Laurel County deputies searched the home of Scotty Shelton last week after smelling a strong odor similar to a decaying body. They found a rotting deer carcass and multiple other animal caps and skulls. They also found a room resembling a torture chamber with handcuffs, rope, and other devices. After his arrest, Shelton told investigators that he had recently recovered drugs that he had buried in his garage years ago. Investigators then recovered about 6,000 oxycodone-like pills and 1,200 grams of methamphetamine. Shelton is charged with possession with intent to sell. In Knox County, a Corbin man is behind bars after deputies responded to a domestic disturbance. Deputies say 40-year-old Chad Posey refused to identify himself and became aggressive with Deputy Thomas Martin. After a brief struggle, Posey was arrested. He is charged with menacing and resisting arrest and was also wanted on multiple bench warrants in both Knox and Laurel counties. Posey was taken to the Knox County Detention Center. Laurel County deputies say a London man is facing multiple charges after hitting several trash cans while driving intoxicated. The sheriff's office reports 59-year-old Charles Earl Nance was arrested Sunday night on Pleasant View Road. Deputies say Nance was unsteady, slurred his speech, and smelled of alcohol. He is charged with DUI, driving on a suspended license, and leaving the scene of an accident. Nance was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. Also in Laurel County, a man is being accused of being high on acid and causing a disturbance. The sheriff's office is reporting that deputies arrested 44-year-old Dustin Newman Monday morning on Oldway Road. Deputies say Newman was outside yelling and creating a disturbance, and an investigation determined he was under the influence. Newman was charged with public intoxication, controlled substances, and lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Center. It was a quiet weather day, but rain chances are returning. First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean has our first look at the forecast. Eric.
Wow, Caroline, we had a beautiful day throughout eastern Kentucky, despite it being hot. Temperatures today were in the upper 80s, low 90s. That heat index was way up there as well, especially over towards Somerset and Monticello. Look at Boonville, 88 degrees, 88 is the current temperature in Jackson. We're at 89 in Pikeville, 92 Prestonsburg, 91 Somerset. Monticello is the warm spot at 96 degrees. You factor in that feels like temperature. Look at Monticello, 109 down to 95 in Somerset, 93 in London, 92 in Jackson, 95 is the feels like temperature in Prestonsburg. Now, all is quiet right now on live pinpoint Doppler radar, but just to the north and to the west, towards the Cincinnati area, towards the Bloomington, Indiana area, just south of Bloomington, I should say, over towards Evansville and Paducah. Right now, seeing some shower and storm activity, and that's the weather maker as we go into the day on Wednesday. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s will greet you. We'll see clear skies. Patchy fog is not out of the question by 7 a.m. We'll start the day off with a mixture of sun and clouds, and then the rain chances will pick up, and we'll time that out using Future View coming up in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Caroline.
Thanks, Eric. Apple Red Legal Aid is offering free legal clinics for May tornado survivors. Disaster response attorneys and pro bono legal volunteers will offer expert legal help for a successful FEMA appeal. Apple Red's pro bono and disaster response teams will be set up on September 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Laurel County Courthouse, and on September 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Pulaski County Public Library.
We are all working together to keep survivors, just make sure that they have that hope. That's been a really hard thing for a lot of folks to deal with after, dealing with 3 disasters in a very short period.
Bailey says while it is not required, it is best to call ahead of time and have documents ready to provide at the clinics. A groundbreaking ceremony was hosted this afternoon for new retail development in Hazard. A portion of the Black Gold Plaza Shopping Center was recently torn down. New stores going in will include Hobby Lobby, TJ Maxx, Five Below, and Dollar Tree. Construction is already underway and is expected to be finished by next summer. A special guest at today's groundbreaking was 105-year-old Roy Drinkard, the CEO of Drinkard Development. He first started building shopping centers in Hazard in the 1980s and is also the oldest living Marine in the United States. He led the crowd today in the Pledge of Allegiance. He's also expected to attend the Hazard Perry County Civic Night, which is just getting underway at the First Federal Center, and our own Steve Hensley is the MC. Drivers are frustrated over the time it's taking to traverse Interstate 75 between Richmond and Lexington. There's been numerous backups as a major paving and milling project continues in Madison County. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to drivers and police about the issues people are facing.
Cars are a big part of Owen Stennett's work during the day, but when it hits 5 o'clock, traffic becomes a major issue just off of Colonel Road near Interstate 75.
I usually take the interstate home, but now I try to find the back roads home. But now all the back roads are clogged up because everyone's getting off the interstate. So it's an additional 20 to 30 minutes trying to get home.
Paving work on the interstate goes on all day, but during certain times of the day, mostly in the morning and later in the afternoon, it's like a big standstill.
Almost all the time, people coming, south up north, or say, man, waiting in traffic on the interstate, and like we've been experiencing it every day for the past 3 or 4 weeks.
Police say they have seen more accidents since this paving project began, but they say that drivers need to prepare themselves and simply to be patient through the process. Police say they're staying in close communication with both the Transportation Cabinet and the Allen Company, who is contracted to do the paving work.
We really need to be hyper vigilant when we're entering construction zones, and when we see signs, we need to pay attention to what they say.
Merging has become somewhat of an issue around exits 87 and 90. Milling and paving can make that challenging.
Sometimes that prevents the ability to have a large merge lane. And they have to really shrink that down just for safety purposes.
State transportation officials say there's been no delays in the timetable, and they say completion is still set for late October. In Madison County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
State Transportation Cabinet officials say drivers need to slow down, stay alert, keep their distance as road conditions can change. Drivers are also encouraged to give themselves more time to travel. A new court date is set for the husband and wife charged in the death of 10-year-old Jaden Spicer. Felicia Gross, Jaden's mother, is charged with his murder. Her husband, Joshua Gross, faces a list of charges including complicity to murder. Both are scheduled in court on September 5th. Their charges come 1 week after Jaden's body was found in a shallow grave. Investigators say Felicia Gross admitted to giving him sleep medicine that she says led to Jaden's death. His funeral is set for Thursday.
All right, a couple things we're going to talk about in a few minutes. Rain chances will start to ramp up, and then we're going to see a brief taste of fall. Details coming up.
Plus, one Perry County teacher is a finalist for a major award.